Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura if you don't know, and if you're new here, please subscribe down below. I'm going to be uploading videos as much as I possibly can. This is something that's very new to me and something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I'm going to try to keep up and be active with what I've been posting. Last time in my very first video, what I had mentioned is that this year in 2019, I really want to be reading more, especially with more intention. In 2017, I read a lot, and once 2018 came, I just stopped. I don't really know why, but I just didn't really have that drive to read or really do a lot of things in general, and that impacted my mental health a lot. So I kind of want to kick that in the butt, and this year for 2019 I want to have like a set of books that I'm gonna try to read at least once a month. If I can do more than one a month, then awesome, but I really want to hit that goal of at least one a month. So I just went to Indigo not that long ago and I ordered some books. I got gifted some books over the holidays, so I kind of want to share with you what I plan on reading this year. So hopefully, you know, you might get some ideas and kind of join this journey with me. For these books, I'm not going to be reading them in any particular order. It's all going to be based off of my vibe for that month. I'm trying to be more organized, but I also really want to focus on my intuition and what I'm feeling for that month. And I don't want to pressure myself to read a specific book if I don't feel like it's going to vibe with my emotions or my mental state or my basically just want for that specific month. So that's just kind of a quick rundown, and now let's get started. So Pillow Talks is a book that I've really been wanting to read for a while now, and I've never just kicked myself in the butt to do it. So this is definitely a book that I really want to try to read. More of like a page every once in a while. I feel like this isn't going to be a book that I just sit down and read the whole thing in one day. It's something that I really want to kind of read throughout the year, since it is little short poems, and the poems are based on different feels and feelings that you're having. So if you're missing someone, for example, if you're having a bad day. So I kind of just want to go through this book when I feel like I need that little extra pick-me-up and kind of just read a poem. I'm all for writing in my books and folding pages. Some people are really against that, but I used to work in a library and I worked there for many years, and you knew how well a book was loved by how beat up it was. So I think it just gives character, and books shouldn't be perfect, you know? Mess them, like read them, like obviously like don't just start burning up your books, but don't be afraid to fold in a page every once in a while. The next books that I'm going to talk about are more of a series, and this is the, oh my god, I'm blanking. Oh yeah, a Sookie Stackhouse novel. So I don't know if anyone has watched True Blood, but True Blood is based on these books. I've already read the first 4 books in the series, but I haven't gotten around to reading the rest of them. I kind of gave up and just started watching the show, and I don't want to do that anymore because, you know, things are gonna get spoiled, and reading really just expands your mind and it's great. So yeah, I really want to finish the rest of these series. The next book that I am going to hopefully read this year, well not hopefully, I'm gonna do it, gotta do my goals, is You Are a Badass. Now, I could never get into self-help books before. I've tried many times and I just can't get myself in that mindset, but I'm hoping that because this year I know I'm reading with intention on improving myself, then hopefully I can kind of jump over that challenge. and to read some self-help books. I got a lot this year, so hopefully I can read them all and get really motivated by them. So, You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. I really need this. It's just a self-help book on people who want to improve their lives but don't want to get busted by doing it. And I've been seeing this book everywhere, and everyone and their mother and their grandmother have been talking about this book on how impactful it has been for them. So I think this is definitely something that I want to read sooner than later in the year to kind of really kick off 2019. Another self-help book that I picked up is called First We Make the Beast Beautiful by Sarah Wilson, and it's a journey through anxiety. And I suffer from pretty bad anxiety from time to time, and it's gotten to the point where I just ignore it, and I feel like I shouldn't be. I should really be reflecting on the emotions that I'm having, trying to figure out why I'm having them and what I can do to help suppress those feelings and to calm myself down. So hopefully this book can kind of help me get through that. At first, when I first ordered it, I thought it was another poem book like Pillow Talks, but it's not. It's just how to kind of overcome different things within your life and the different anxieties that there are, and kind of like what you can do and what can cause this type of anxiety. So for example, like hormones and hormonal imbalance, and there's like little metaphors on how to like stop, drop, and meditate, make your bed every day, just little tiny things that you can kind of do to help calm your anxiety. And I really love the title, First We Make the Beast Beautiful, because it really just reflects on working on your inner self, and I am all for that for 2019. Now, if you know me, you know that I worry about every little thing. I'll sneeze and I'll go online and Google my symptoms and think I'm dying. I really worry about the way that people might think of me. There was a time in my life where I refused to leave my house without makeup because I thought that if somebody saw that pimple on my face, then they would just automatically get this negative impression of me, and I would just worry about every little thing. And it has really impacted my life and kind of took control over different parts of who I am. And that's just, like I said previously, it's just something I really need to overcome. And if you are suffering kind of like the same mentality as I was and slash I am, then hopefully, you know, some of these books can help you as well. I've done a lot of research on what books that I really wanted to focus on this year, and based on what I found out, like these are some really good books to kind of read to help you get through that. So the next book that I got was Calm the F Down, the No F Given Guide. So this is something that hopefully will help me stop worrying and realize that there are certain aspects of life that I cannot control, and the fact that I can't control them is not a big deal, and that I can get through that. So this book is by Sarah Knight, and it had some great reviews. It's another self-help book because, like I said, I'm really big on trying to get into those self-help books for 2019. But yeah, it had some great reviews. I've had some friends that read this book and they say it is life-changing. So hopefully it's the same for me. Now, to change things up again and kind of get away from the self-help books, because I do have more. This is actually a book that I started reading in January, and it's called The Perfect Girlfriend. Now, the reason why I got this book is because I binge watched the show You in probably a matter of a day and a half, and I was really sad when it ended, and that's just kind of what happens with me. I binge watch and I get obsessed with something, and then once it's done I get really sad, and I either search my heart out to figure out when season 2 is coming out, or, you know, I just go ham on that. But this book is kind of like roles reversed almost. It's about a girl who stalks this guy that she used to date, and it is honestly really good. This is by Karen Hamilton, and I believe this is her first book. Yes, The Perfect Girlfriend is her first novel. And I really like it. It's just kind of like a fun read before bed. My issue though is when I read before bed, I end up staying again till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because I can't put a book down. So I think I'm gonna have to start reading this one in the morning. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this book and I recommend reading it so far. I am personally really into fantasy, sci-fi, forbidden love type of books. When I was in high school, Twilight was like my shit. I loved it. I'm really into like those type of novels, and those are really what kind of sparked my interest and really get me into deep reading. So something that I've always wanted to read but just never got around to it was the City of Bone series by Cassandra Clare. So for Christmas this year, my boyfriend's family got me the first 3 books. So these are definitely something that I am going to read. My issue is though, I'm worried because I've watched the movies and I've watched the TV show that I'm gonna have problems getting into it, but that's my own fault. But I've heard the books are pretty different from the show, and I've started reading the first one, this one here, and so far I really like it and I'm super excited to get deep into it. But yeah. Another book that I got is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. Everyone has been reading this book. People have been watching the TV show, and apparently this is something that is super life-changing. I really need the help. I did a huge purge last year with like clothes and just different items, but it has definitely piled up again, and I just really want to start living a more minimal life. Now, I don't think I'm ever going to become a minimalist, but I definitely want to reduce on the material things that I buy and just kind of keep the things that I love around me. I do work from home and I work for a company, so I do have like a set of hours that I need to be working, and in my office, if it is messy when I go in there, I feel like I have such a hard time focusing, and my office is definitely the dumping ground for all of my things. So I'm hoping that I can read this book and really learn how to be a more tidy person and focus on what I'm purchasing and what I have around me to hopefully make a better impact on my atmosphere and environment. Last book that I kind of want to read this year is The Shape of Water. Now, this is a movie that I haven't watched either, so hopefully it's good. I've been hearing amazing things about the book, and I bought this book a few months ago and tried to start reading it, and I just couldn't completely finish it. So I really want to focus on finishing those books that I bought in the past so that I can start clearing out more space for new books. Between my boyfriend and I, we have a pretty big book collection, and I definitely have kept a lot of the books that I love, but I kind of want to share the love with my books. Once I'm done reading one, if I feel like somebody else is gonna love it, then I'd love to pass it on and kind of keep that going train of reading. So that is my reading list of 2019. If you have any book recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. Like I said, this is not a set of books that I am reading for the year. I'm gonna change things up based on my vibe and what I'm feeling. So if you think there's any books out there that you think I should read, then definitely please leave that in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.